go live. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I believe we are live. Hi, hi. Hi. Hi, Herbs Scrolling Station, Harnell Media. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know why, but there's like 15 different areas on YouTube and I get so confused. Last week I had like a 5-hour live because I didn't end the stream properly. But this week I am on it, so. Hey Steve, how are you? So I'm gonna wait a minute and let a few more people hop on. Up after me. Let me just, that's the wrong one. YouTube, here we go. YouTube. So you just watched Kristy with Funky Junk Inspiration, and wow, my camera in the back is really blurry. Pow, I don't know what's happening with that, but hopefully hopefully I can get that clearer for you in just a second. So she made the cute tassel and the cute sign with the flowers and the word blessed. Very, very cute. That is our theme for this evening, Thankful, Grateful, Blessed. It is Wednesday, November 16th, and you are watching the Crafty Creators Community streaming live this evening with Kristy, two Kristys, Kristy with Funky Junk Inspiration, as well as, hey JJ, as well as myself, Michelle, with Design&Vine for the next hour. And then after me is Kristy with Kristy's Crafty Cottage. Kristy with a Y. The first Kristy was Kristy with an I. And if you want to get notifications for when I go live, which by the way, I forgot to do my project broadcast, message out to everybody, text the word design to 336-530-2420. Okay, so let me see, is that blurry to y'all? Wah, wah, wah. Hopefully that's not too blurry in the background, but we are going to be focused in just a moment on the downward facing camera, as well as, wait, did I not set up my, where's my small camera? Small camera, please. There it is. Okay, so now you have the small camera in the upper left hand corner. You have the downward facing camera. I'm going to go ahead and get started because I want to finish this before the live is over. So I purchased this door right here, which I can give you the measurements to, from Mercari. It was a resale. Where is my tape measure? Here we go. The door is 18, I won't slice my finger off, by 9. And this is how it came to me. It is a Target item that I'll show you in just a moment that they sold last year. And I went in search of one and discovered that they're not selling them, at least not the last time I checked. They're not selling them again this year. So, oh, that's fine. So this is how it came to me, and I don't want my door to say woof. As cute as that is, this person put these tiles on here, and getting them off, I burned them a little and popped paint off and all the things. But I've also removed the doorknob, which I will save and use perhaps in the future, but it is not my style. So I have sanded as much of this off as I can, and I'm going to give this a once over with my Black Velvet Junk Monkey paint. And yeah, I know you handed me a spoon. Yes, you did. Right? Okay, you did. So I just couldn't figure out where I put it. So Junk Monkey paint comes in canisters like this. Make sure the lid is on, because one time not too long ago I didn't have one on secure and it went everywhere. So I am using Black Velvet and I'm just going to give it a stir. And if you're ever interested, or at least interested in purchasing some really good clay mineral paint that you only need one coat of, you don't need to prepare your surface beforehand, even though I did a little bit of sanding to get glue off and such. Junk Monkey paint is staying in business, but they're going to be out of the, it's going to be just Junk Monkey for a while. And they may go back into the paint business, but right now they are having a pre-Black Friday sale to try to offload their stock, their current stock. They have a store in Pennsylvania, but and I know that they have all the colors there, but online, what they are offering online is very limited. And I do know that they're sold out of the black velvet, but they do have a lot of other colors in stock, and they're only $12. And I'm telling you, that sounds like a lot. Even, you know, they're regular 18, marked down to 12. And it sounds like a lot, but this paint is so good. So good. So if you've ever wanted to try it, grab it now, because they're going to stop selling it for a few years. They may go back to it, but as it stands right now, they're going to take a break from the paint selling. So my paint is stirred up. We're going to give this a once over just to get these sanding marks gone. And I am going to do the entire coat on the whole door so that I can make sure that my black paint is matching up, because I don't know what Junk Monkey uses. Hi Tammy, how are you? Hi Kristy. So they are going to be, this is a good time to get the paint if you were swayed by the $18 before, which is still a very good price for high end, good quality, I guess I should say, not high end as in, you know, Polo, Ralph Lauren or anything like that, but good quality clay mineral paint. This is the matte black velvet. But like I said, they're out of stock on this. This was a very popular color. This, the vintage lace, and the white, antique lace and vintage white, I think they were. All three of those are sold out, but they have some beautiful colors still left in stock. Black Friday, pre-Black Friday sale for $12 right now for an entire can that would cover 2 pieces of furniture. I'm not even kidding. I used the color Seahorse to do that dresser, and I still have half a can left. So, if you don't know which dresser I'm talking about, it's on one of my, it's on my organization video, part 1, on this channel. So you can see the dresser that I did over and used, I now use for storage. And that was in the color Seahorse. I think they had some fulfillment issues during COVID. Fulfillment is the word I was trying to say. And I guess the stock was kind of dwindling, and then when they ordered more, there were issues with manufacturing and stuff, and they've just decided to open a new store. So they opened a new store, Sonia and Matt, and they're filling it with vintage items and things that she paints and thrifts and all the things, and they're just going to focus on the store right now, and they're not going to focus on the paint so much. So, but she is selling all the stock that she owns. She has some in her store. And he's fine. I can't really hear him, but I know he's whining. He shouldn't be.
What are you doing, buddy?
What's the matter, Mac?
Are you okay? What's wrong?
What's wrong, buddy?
You ate? You went to the bathroom? You okay?
He ate. He went to the bathroom. He's still whining.
Papa's right here.
Maybe does he want some love, some attention?
You wanna go to the bathroom?
He is a man after all. We all want love and attention. Okay. Joe Borelli's here with me. I think JJ's online. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're new to my channel. Sorry, I hit the camera. And also, if you want to watch the replay for Kristy, her channel is Funky Junk Inspiration. I'm going to come back just in the middle here because I feel like there's some stuff showing through just a little bit. So I'm going to go a little bit thicker here in the middle just to cover that up because of the way the paint. Now I'm going to use this door moving forward. I just ordered a screen door from somebody. Tater Buggin'. The large screen door that she sells because I think it's adorable as well. But I think having a door to decorate like you would decorate your front door and perhaps keep in a different area of your house is a cute idea. You can change out the decor on it. So, all right, let me try to... Do I have water in my cup? I do have water in my cup. I'm going to get this started on drying. Oh, and how I removed the doorknob and the tile letters that were here was simply using my heat gun. I made sure that I asked the lady on Mercari before I purchased the item if she used hot glue to glue the tiles on, or did she use a different type of glue, and she said she used hot glue. So I went ahead with the purchase because if it were like, you know, super glue or Gorilla Glue or something, I might not have been able to get them off as easily. And I wanted to be able to get them off in an easier manner. So it was just puddling a little bit over here, and I want to be able to see the indentations. I don't want it to puddle. Alright. Isn't this cute though? This was originally a Target item, but like I said, I couldn't find them at Target anymore, so I did search online, and I found a lady had one for sale on Mercari, and I purchased it from her. You still may be able to find something similar. Like I said, Tater Buggin' on Facebook has, I think it's actually just taterbuggin.com or .org is the website. And she has screen doors that are adorable as well. They have like a little crisscross on the screen on the bottom, and one of those little handle latches on them. So it's a little different, but it's the same concept. So I'm going to move this aside and let it kind of air dry while I move on to part 2. We are going to add a door handle on that. Let me just cover my Junk Monkey paint back up. Alright, so I'm going to use the word blessed as well. And I took some of the Hobby Lobby, what did I do with it? They do sell this at Dollar Tree as well, but I had purchased this before Dollar Tree started selling it. And it comes, what the heck? Sometimes I don't know if I'm coming or going. I don't know what I did with that roll of ribbon. I can show you. I've got tons of them in this little bin right here. So this is similar. They come in rolls like this. You can get them at Hobby Lobby. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at Dollar Tree. So it came in a roll like this. Oh, duh. I was going to say, oh, there's another bless sign in there, but that's my bless sign underneath the bin. Okay. So what happened? Where'd my... Okay. So I cut a piece off, and my goal was to try to create or mimic a door hanger. to hang this off of when we're done with it, okay? So all I'm going to do to this blessed sign is use some Waverly White chalk paint that I've already shaken up. And I'm going to take a smaller brush. Let's use this one. No, I'm not going to use a brush. Okay. I am going to use, hi Kathleen, I'm going to use a sponge, and I'll explain why as I do this, if I can get some to come out of here. Just a little bit. Okay. So the reason why I'm going to use a sponge and not a brush is I'm going to try my best not to get it on the edges, because then it will take me forever to get all the insides of all of this. And I don't mind. I kind of like the dark edges because it gives it more dimension. So I'm going to tap my, this is just a makeup sponge.
That metal ribbon, did you get that at Dollar Tree or?
I did not. I got it at Hobby Lobby, but they do sell it at, I do have some of the Dollar Tree stuff as well. So I'm putting it in the paint and then I'm tapping it off to the side here. And then I'm just going to tap it on my word. And it may get a little bit on the edges, but it's not going to drip down because I'm not using paint on a paintbrush per se. I'm just dabbing it on from the sponge, like so. And this may take more than just one layer to get it the stark white that I'm looking for, which is fine. So we're going to go over it. What's kind of funny is I want it stark white, but I want the edges to be darker, so I'll probably add some little bit of grunge to it when it's dry because I want that older look to it, that aged edge on it. So using the sponge versus using a brush will make it not drip down the sides. That's why I'm doing it this method. How is everyone tonight? How are you? Tammy, do you have a CRTC event this week? Hey, Kristy. Both Kristys. Woo woo. Unless you were saying hi to Kristy with an I earlier, Tammy, then the other Kristy's not here. Kristy with a Y. Is it Michelle with one L or is it Michelle with two L's? So many different spellings. Okay, I'm going to dry this real quick just to get that first layer kind of baked in a little bit, and then I'll go back over it to give it a more crisp white look. More dry. I'm putting such a thin layer that it doesn't take long to dry at all. So now when we go back over this, you can see already the difference and how stark this is it's gonna be much whiter now. Because it's a layer of white on top of dried white already. Okay. One thing that I tend to do is kind of get lazy with the tapping off. So I'm trying to remember to tap off when I'm loading the sponge, so that I don't get those drips down the side. Or maybe not lazy, but just kind of trying to speed it up a little. Whatever you want to call it. Almost done with this. See, I didn't tap it off. Okay. We're doing real good on time here. Real good on time. Okay. So, just so that I'm not wasting, I'm going to take a paintbrush and I'm going to grab up this white paint and put it back in, because that's an awful lot to throw away. All right. Put the lid on it. Hi Liz, how are you? Okay, let's try this. Guys, this sign can almost be two signs. It's when they use this material, this pressed board or composite wood, whatever you want to call it, it's layers glued together. But let me just show you, because some of the white did go down on the sides, and I can show you what I'm talking about. So right here, like they didn't glue it perfectly aligned, and it can almost be two signs. Like I feel like if I heated it up enough, I could take it apart and it could be two signs there. But it's actually 4 layers of wood glued together. But like I said, I like that 3D look. And now I'm going to take, let's see, we have antique linen, we have black, we have walnut, I love walnut color, and then we have this vintage photo, but I think I want walnut. So I am going to take the cap off of this. Just kind of, I've never used the walnut before, so I'm just going to kind of rub the corners on the plate a little, on the plate a little bit. And then I'm going to take my Blessed, and I'm just going to run this along the edges to give it that aged look a little bit. Like so. And the bottom as well. I hope y'all can't hear my stomach just growling away. Because I can hear it, plain as day.
Yeah, we don't feed her, that's why her stomach's growling.
Yeah, I'm not fed. Well, I've been battling freaking IBS all week, again. But it's a regular part of my life. So I have a little bit of this white left on here, and I'm just going to go in and grab these little sections and see how it's smudging a little bit. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I like that. Because that's adding to the aged effect. In fact, I'm going to grab some of that brown and bring it to the interior a little bit, if I can. Just like that. Adding a little bit of that to the edges here. And just kind of buffing down the brown that's existing on there. And I'll show you up close what this looks like. Oh dear, and we don't allow Joe to sleep. He's over there yawning. He actually looks very tired.
Yeah.
So you can see the effect that gave that, okay? Now, I am going to dry this really quick like. And if you're curious where I got the word, Hobby Lobby, wood pile, Crafter's Dream Store. And this was on the metal. I just saved it, but it's from Hobby Lobby as well. My phone is buzzing. I don't know who's buzzing me. I'm just taking my mallet and closing my Junk Monkey paint. Forgive me for a second so that I don't spill it. Sorry, I apologize for the noise. Just don't want that cap to come off because that's all I've got. That's what I've got left of my Junk Monkey black velvet.
And we have spilled before.
Yes, we have spilled. Thank you, Joe Borelli.
What a mess.
What a mess it was. Yes. Okay. So I said I was going to dry this. And then we have two more elements to add to the door. Yeah. It's only 8:30 though. Oh, you gonna shower? Okay. He gonna shower. He gonna shower, y'all. You did see someone split it in half, Cindy? Well, I'm glad that I looked up and looked at the computer versus my screen because I didn't see your comment. That's cool to know because I also have Thankful, and you can see it's literally, well, I don't know how well you can see, but it's literally four slices, 4 cut pieces of the word thankful glued together. And this one is lined up a whole lot better than the blessed one, which is I'm cool with because it kind of gives it a 3D look anyway. So, all right, I'm gonna move this aside and let it dry. Let it dry. Let it dry. Okay, so I'm gonna move that aside and we're gonna work on the third part. So I have this, y'all, okay? And I think yes I did. So I used to be, and you're probably tired of hearing me say this, but I used to be a Chocateur designer. And these are their mini 4-pack of 3x3 box frames, okay? You could use both sides, but the box side is this side, okay? And it has this little wood grain effect on it, okay? And it comes in a set of 4. And this was the last one I had, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pop it open because I needed a small surface, okay? I did not turn on my glue gun. How dare I? So what can I do while I wait for my glue gun now? Because all I'm going to do for this is add this little guy. Guys, how stinking cute is that? I'm hoping that's not blurry. She is I think it's a she, winking, a turkey, sitting on a pumpkin, and there's leaves, a yellow leaf, a green leaf. There's 3 little dots down the side of that pumpkin to add some detail. There's a green leaf and a red leaf over here. Little tiny, I forget what you call it. It starts with an S hanging down off the nose, off the beak. Jay, what's the little red thing on the turkey that hangs down? I forget. It starts with an S. Got a little like sunflower-ish headband on, and the little her little wings and little hair sticking up. Guys, I think all this is either A, clay, or B, resin. My granddaughter thinks that it's clay, and then they just painted it. So it was probably put in a mold, and No, you have to Google it. It's not a snoot, you weirdo. A snood. Okay, sorry, I'm the weirdo. It's a snood. So I was thinking about putting it down low and maybe adding some greenery, but I kind of like it centered just by itself. What do you guys think? This is going to be, I'm going to add a little jute thingy, hanger. Yes, that's the word I was looking for, not thingy. And isn't it adorable? And it's going to hang off the front door, off of our little handmade hook. Okay, and I may adjust this a little. I'm just trying to be extra careful because I was in Dollar Tree about 2 months ago when they first started coming out with the fall stuff. Mac, it's okay. Come here, baby. And I picked up in the 3, 5, 10 section. I picked up a pumpkin that was cut out of metal, and when I went to pick it up, I went to pick it up by the metal, and I sliced my finger open, like pretty bad. It was pretty bad. So I went to the register and, you know, I got some paper towels and they didn't have anything to clean it out. So I went down the aisle, got some hydrogen peroxide, cleaned it out myself, and yada yada. They gave me a Band-Aid too. So I put a Band-Aid on it till I got home, cleaned it out really well. But just be extra careful if you're using anything cut out of metal. Now this ribbon feels pretty okay on the edges, I want to say. But this edge right here, the end of it, and the, you know, the ends, the end part, the corners definitely, of course, are sharp, but also that rough edge where it's cut can be pretty sharp too. So always be extra careful when you're touching metal things, anything metal. Like don't assume, oh, I shouldn't have assumed, you know, when I'm buying a pumpkin for $3 or $5, which I ended up not buying it. I shouldn't have assumed in a lower end store like that, sorry Dollar Tree, that they would sell something that had like polished edges on it. If you can even polish the edges of metal, and you know, which I'm sure you can, there's a way, but yeah, there's a way. Your rings and stuff are polished. So I don't do a lot of metalworking and stuff, and it just didn't dawn on me if I went to pick up a product that I would, you know, just like instantly cut myself. So just be extra careful when you're doing that. All right, so while my glue gun heats up, I'm going to move this aside. I'm going to bring my door back, and I'm going to make sure it's dry. I see a little spot over here where it looks a little wet. So I'm just going to kind of give it a once over. You see how nicely that covered the door though? And it's got that nice matte finish. So if I wanted to, I could even like take a really heavy duty sand. You can add a little stinking cute kick plate down at the bottom if I wanted to. A little metal kick plate. How cute would that be? I'm gonna add a different doorknob on this because I'm a blingy kind of girl, and I'm also an antique-y kind of girl, and I like vintage looking type stuff. So but the sand, I'm losing track of my thinking here. I need to slow down. You could sand it and rough it up a little because no door is going to be perfectly painted like this, right? So you could do that, but I'm expecting that to kind of happen naturally over time. But just doing the edges, you could even add a little bit of like an antique white paint on here, or stain even, some type of glaze, and make this pop even more. But I just want mine matte black, okay? And my doorknob, you ready for it? Oh, okay. Hold on a second and I'll tell you where I got the turkey. Guys, like, what girl doesn't want a diamond like that? My kids, this is why they call me extra, but I just love the sparkle. I love that. But do you remember, like, my grandma had doorknobs in her house that were bling. they were crystal. You know, the old antique crystal doorknobs. Let me tell you where I got these first. They come in a package of 6. And I think because the box was messed up, they were on clearance when I got them. But they didn't ring up $9.99. But you get 6 regular price for $9.99. TJ Maxx. Okay? And they're just stunning. I don't know. I love that. It's just me. And I'm going to decorate this door again for Christmas. So, okay, I think my glue gun is heated. Now, this did come with the hardware, but I'm not using it. In case I ever want to change it out, I don't want to drill a hole and then have a different screw size for something else and have to fill it and re-drill it and all the things. So I'm going to glue it on here with only hot glue. That way there, I can heat it, take it off, sand it, and repaint it again. To me, that's easier than the re-drilling and using a different size screw and all of that. So I am going to take my sander and rough up this metal just a little bit, because that will help it adhere better. So this was shiny before, and I just took my sander, and you can see those scratches on there, right? I'm going to take my high temp glue gun, and I'm going to try not to get too much down in the screw hole. Wow. Choices of words, Michelle. Sorry, guys. I did that over the door. So there was a little, all right. And before this, doesn't have to be perfect, but I am going to hold this down because I want to make sure it's nice and secure. And that may take a minute to heat up. So, okay, so someone asked where I got the turkey. I got this on a D-Stash website, okay? It was 25 cents. So somebody put all that work into this, and then they changed up the business that they were doing, and they just wanted to offload some crafts, and I think it was Dollar Tree D-Stash is the one where I got it. And she had a bunch, guys. I also got this little turkey. Sometimes they're 50 cents, sometimes they're 75 cents, sometimes they're $1, all depending on what it is. These are more like 25 cent, 50 cent ones. So I got this little leopard pumpkin. I got this cute little turkey right here. In fact, I wonder if this, no, that's a turkey because it's got the snood. They're both turkeys. But their coloring doesn't match, so I'm not going to put 2 of them on here. Because one kind of, the lighter one, you would think maybe is the female, and she's got a pink bow, but then this one's kind of female-y too, so if the headband wasn't on there, I might use both, but I'm just going to use the one, and then this orange is a little different, so I'm not going to use this one either. But those are 4 of the fall ones that I picked up from that particular person, and I don't remember her name, but if somebody's really got to have something, I will look it up for you. So just leave a message in the comments and I will look it up. So Cindy, just let me know and I'll find the person for you. So I'm going to turn this toward me because I want this little chipped area down here to be down at the bottom. And I'm just going to put an ample amount of glue on here. And then try to turn this so I don't burn myself and stick it right in the center. Hold it down for just, ow. She bit me with her beak. It's really pointy. Yeah, she's on there good. Okay. And now I'm going to take some twine. I don't know which one I want to use. Do I want to use a thicker twine? I think I want to use a thicker twine. So I'm going to put this one away for the moment. And I'm going to cut the edge so that I have a new edge on here that's not unraveled. I also grabbed early fall, I grabbed these stickers from the Dollar Tree. And you can see they're from the craft section. And I could have used this on the sign, but then I remembered I had these and decided I wanted to use that. So I could have used a gnome on there. They're like 2D kind of. They're raised, like there's something underneath them. Probably one of those little square gluey things to kind of give it a little bit of a lift. But I wanted something more 3D for the front door, so I went with that. And I also was going to originally use this birch napkin behind that, but then I thought that the background already was kind of similar, so I decided not to use those. Okay, now let me cut off what I think I need. Not much, because I don't want it to hang too low. Hello, Arthur, how are you? So I don't want it to hang too low. I just want a little bit of, I kind of want it to hang, like not exactly centered, because that, you know, then that looks too perfect. So that will mean that my hook is gonna literally bend about from here, I think. So this is how I'm gauging it, okay? Hopefully I'm not off screen here. Let me move my camera a little bit. Okay, so if this is gonna hang off of here, and I want, I'm sorry, it's getting stuck. I think I'm gonna hang this first, and I want it to stop right about here. So I'm just going to use this as my gauge and bend that just a little bit. Then I'm going to move this, and hopefully my knob, nope, it's not sticking. So I either let the glue dry too quick, or I'm going to have to use some E6000, or I will have to drill a hole. But let me get this going on here first. So I'm going to use my pliers mostly to bend this so that it fits around to the back of the door. Stuck a little to the napkin, or the paper towel, I should say. And then this is the back side now, so I'm going to stick this through. If it'll, I was thinking it would go, but maybe it won't. It's gonna be a leaner anyway, so I'm not gonna concern myself with that right now. But I do want to make sure that it is the right height. And then I'm just gonna staple right there to hold that. So I don't need as much. So I'm gonna snip that off. Bring my stapler in. It didn't go down all the way, so I'm trying to remove it. Okay, that's what we need to do. Let's just kind of twist it out. So squeeze tight and twist. And that takes it out. And then there's another little shard right here. I'm going to try this again. I wonder if I need my pressure turned up on this. Okay, that went in good. So now we have a smushed door. I was trying to get a little bit of a rolled effect here in the front, but it wasn't working, so I just kind of gave it a little bit of a square. And then, let me get rid of these little pieces of metal so that they don't fall on my floor, and get my little doggy paws. I'm going to put these in the garbage. And now I'm going to just hot glue. So I said I wanted this to hang slightly lower than halfway. So I really only need about this much. So this was extra. Turn this around. Get my hot glue on here. Do one side at a time. I know somebody out there is yelling at me for not using my finger protector. There we go. Get that on there nice and secure. Now just to make sure I don't have too much going on here, I'm going to flip this around. Well, actually, I don't need to flip it around. I am going to take off a little bit more, but I'm going to glue it down first. Like so. And then I'm just going to cut some off the bottom. Grab my little scissors. Now, we have a little sign for our front door. And I have exactly 10 minutes to figure out how to make this stay. JJ, Google metal to paint and see what kind of glue comes up. I wonder if paint dries clear. I'm trying to glue something that is metal to paint. What kind of glue? Another metal shard. Got rid of that. Hi, Carmen. So I definitely want this to pop over here. And then when I... JB Weld. It does say hot glue. Maybe I should do Titebond in hot glue or E6000 in hot glue, and I could just pry it off again next time. Should I do E6000 or Titebond? This is dries clear, paintable woodshop, home and crafts, water cleanup, precise control, no run, ideal for vertical applications, fill small gaps, non-toxic. For wood, pottery, ceramic, stone, glass, fabric, leather, and most craft type materials. I think I'm going to try the hot glue again. I'm just going to put like little dots of it, and then in the remaining space that's there, I'm going to put some Titebond and see if both of those together will work. So let me shake this up real quick. And then we have also our blessed sign at the bottom. I'm not going to glue this. I'm going to stand it in front of the door. Okay. And don't forget to go watch Kristy after my live. case that comes up and I don't realize what time it is. Hop on over to Kristy's Crafty Cottage. Alright, I'm grabbing my hot glue gun. And I'm just going to dab, if it allows me to, 4. I should have probably done the hot glue last. Maybe I'll do 3. 3 of these. 3 dabs of this. You know what? I'm going to start over. I'm going to wipe that off. And this is why. I'm going to do the hot glue second because I feel like it's drying. No, sir. No, sir. I feel like the hot glue is going to dry before, I know that it is, before the type on. So I'm going to do the type on first. It's important to get this right. So I'm going to do 3 dots of the type bond, and then I'm going to try to fill the gaps with hot glue. We're going to get this to stick one way or the other. A little bit right here. The type bond is white, but it dries clear. I'm just going to set that down right there. Hold it. Hold it. Where's my phone? Where's my phone, JJ? I'll show you guys. No, 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 that's not what I want. Look at that. Can you see that? Now I got it. I just have to shine light on the bling. Light on diamonds. I used to think that gravel, like pavement, had diamonds in it when I was a kid. You know, the glass that they use in asphalt. I used to think it was diamonds. I look for diamonds in everything. So I feel like this is going to work this time. I feel like it's already bonding, but I don't want to move it too much. So I repainted the door. It was black before, but I had taken some stuff off that someone else had put on here. I got it at Mercari, on Mercari, which is an app where you can buy things that people are, kind of like Marketplace on Facebook or eBay. And I took the words, well, I took the letters W-O-O-F off. The 2 O's were hearts. And I had to sand it down. I took this knob off, which was the original knob that was over here, and added this as a doorknob instead. Then I took a piece of metal ribbon and I bent it the way I wanted so that it would fit around the door like a wreath holder. And it still kind of doesn't look how I planned it to look, but it's okay. Maybe that's a little better. I glued this little guy or girl to this little 3x3 box frame, added some twine onto the back side so that it would hang on the front, and then I took this Hobby Lobby Blessed sign and I used a makeup sponge and painted it white, and it's pretty thick so it kind of looks 3D. And I'm going to use that to stand maybe off to one side of the door because this is going to be like a leaner. And I am going to remove this sign at some point, and I'll probably add some siding coming off both sides, and on the siding add some little homemade plant boxes, so out of popsicle sticks, and fill them with holly. And then put some, either a wreath on the door or another sign with maybe some greenery that's lit around the edges for Christmas. So much you can do with this. You can make a sign for Valentine's Day, Easter, any of the holidays, any birthday. anything you want to celebrate, an anniversary, 2 little champagne glasses in there, or just the words happy anniversary, and just hang it off your mini front door, and you have some home decor for not as expensive, I believe, as you would buy it completely decorated and customized to your own needs. I don't want to hold this up because I want that type on. It feels like it's on there enough for me to hold it up, but like, let me try. If it falls off, I can always put it back on, right? So let me put my front facing camera on. Here I am. Hi. And thank you, Charlene. Hi, I didn't know you were here. And show you. I don't intend the blessed to be what's moving. I'm getting scared with the knob. It's the sign that's moving, but this is my door with the little door hanger and the little sign with the turkey sitting on the pumpkin and the word blessed on the bottom that I purposely did not attach because I want to put it off to one side of the door. But guys, look at that doorknob. Does that not look like an antique doorknob? How cute. You could even add, oh, you can, how many, I only have 2 minutes. Okay. I just recently purchased some transparency because I'm going to make some church windows with alcohol ink, and my goal is to try to make it look like a stained glass church window. But you could put a transparency behind there that is printed on with like maybe a Christmas tree that you can see in the distance or something without this hanging on it. You would see like a Christmas tree in the background, like it's the interior of the house, right? So that would be cute. Or just transparency to make it look like the glass of the window. So thank you all for joining me. Please hop on over to Kristy's Crafty Cottage and hit the thumbs up on the way out. I see 12 thumbs ups. That's amazing because there's only 11 people here. So I love all 11 of you. Thank you for joining me this evening. Have a blessed holiday. I'm not sure if we're going to be live next week or not because Wednesday is the night before Thanksgiving. And I haven't gotten word yet, so I don't know what's going on next week. But if we're here, please join us. If we're not, have a wonderful holiday. Good night, everybody. Go join Kristy. Hop on over there. I'll see you in the chat. I'm going to end my live. I promise. It's not going to run for 5 hours this time. End stream.